Well, hello, welcome to I Love Gay today. And we are with Aaron Layton, sometimes a host, sometimes an interviewee. Aaron, it's great to see you again.
It's nice to see you. It's been a while. It's been a few months at least.
Oh, yeah, no, once upon a time. In fact, I was just realizing when you and I were chatting that I think we met at an NGLCC conference many years ago. I do believe it was that and not IGLTA.
Actually, we've been bumping in both conferences, and actually, I have to correct. I think it was IGLTA, and but then we've been switching from one conference to another and other events.
And I'm looking forward to being able to go back again because I know that because of the pandemic and all the things that had gone on, they affected you a lot in as well as myself, both for business and for conferences we go to. But this year they had the NGLCC got together again, and then IGLTA is having theirs like in about 2 months.
Yeah, this is amazing. Actually, tourism is back,
Yeah.
and talking about a little bit of the pandemic and those 2 years that we've been basically shut down. It's been a time to think and rethink and think about our businesses in tourism and think about the marketing. And that's what I was doing. I was taking this chance of pause as an opportunity, and
Yeah.
I'm very glad to be here and talk about it.
Yeah, well, we want to hear it. So it's Tour Guide Peru, and I know you have always done an amazing job of focusing on all things, inbound travel to Peru. But yeah, tell us a little bit about what you have going.
Well, the concept of Tour Guide Peru was always to focus on one specific tour guide. In this case, it was me, the whole
Yeah,
more than 11 years. So actually, before we became Tour Guide Peru, it was another 9 years. So it's 20 years in tourism. And
yeah,
the idea always for me was we are on stage. Every guy that works with me, we were putting a nice show about Peru and showing with our heart to those travelers that visit our country. So that's what I was doing since 2010.
yeah.
And the pandemic actually forced me to rethink everything in a, in the sad way, in the good way, and now with all the opportunities that comes.
Excellent. But also, you have a vantage point. You've gotten married and you live in Michigan in the United States now.
Yes, I got married last year. I'm very happy. And I actually also pushed me to the new direction of Tour Guide Peru.
Yeah.
And well, that Peter is a wonderful guy, and he's very, very supportive. And he knows that this career of mine is going to take me to a different level, which
Yeah.
he's very excited. And yes, Tour Guide Peru is taking the new wave, and we're very excited. Actually, right now, while we're filming this, there is a group right now taking a tour to Machu Picchu with
Yeah.
the crew of Tour Guide Peru in Peru.
Okay. And you're able to manage all that because you have all this experience of having been on the ground for so many years, and you could still manage it from Michigan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm very lucky that the crew of Tour Guide Peru, and including all the guides in different locations, are ready to go back on tour, and I managed everything from here. In the future, I'm going back to a specific tours. I want to focus in the future to LGBT tours
Yeah.
for the community, which actually that's the new step for me. But also in general, Tour Guide Peru, it's been changing for sure. Where my mother's kitchen is back to business. We've been having people over the house, and my mom is preparing this delicious food in Lima.
Yeah.
Of course, Machu Picchu is back, and but we are adding some new services such as consultation, because
Hmm.
not every traveler wants to actually have a private tour or have somebody else all the time with them. So there is those independent people that we are actually focusing also, so they
Yeah.
can have a consultation time with me for an hour, talking about how they could make their experience uh, and I this is going to be the last time that I'm going to use the word experience, their trip, uh, something unique.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's amazing.
Well, it's interesting because, in fact, when I'm at in Milan with IGLTA, I'm going to be interviewing some folks there. Not the same way you and I did it before last year, but just a little different style. But the main point I'm going to try to get across from them is how has travel changed for a lot of these, whether it's tour operators, hoteliers, and so forth, that are all there, and destinations that are there at the convention. And so, even do you, on your end, have you seen, as we're moving forward, do you see like big picture changes as far as where travel is going?
I I can tell you right now, like I just said a few minutes ago, that the word experience, it's for me, it's dead.
Yeah.
Because when you go to Google and you look for travel experiences, it's everywhere and you don't know where to look. So the new face of Tour Guide Peru, and that's what I was thinking the last 2 years. It's what is going to make it different and appropriate to the phase number 2 of tourism. Yeah. And I'm going to explain this with the new catchphrase that we have for Tour Guide Peru. It's time to, because it's time to travel. It's time to enjoy. It's time to taste. It's time for Peru. It's time for Italy, it's time for United States. It's time to do all those things that we couldn't do for 2 years. Yeah. And in the case of Tour Guide Peru, we are ready to help you with that. So we've been in lockdown for 2 years. It's been enough time to not just us as Tour Guide Peru, but other companies to rethink what is going to be tourism in the future. Yeah. We are facing new protocols. We are facing changes all the time. And I know that many of my friends that were in the travel business suffer, but I think this is the time where not just marketing, but also rethink what you have around your environment, your country, is what is going to make the difference in the future of tourism.
Yeah, well put. And then I know you're going to be staying here in the U.S. this year, but next year, 2023, where it's going to be more conferences and so forth. And are you planning to get out and not only see your old friends, but kind of share your story?
That not only that, I am planning to go to the other conferences, as we mentioned, IGLTA, NGLCC in the next year. Yeah. And also, as I mentioned, I want to focus myself as a tour guide for the LGBT community and to create nice trips for them. So I've been lucky, like you mentioned at the beginning, we've been being, the host and the interview and the interviewer. Yeah. I was lucky that during those 2 years, I was virtually invited to other conferences, focus on people that I was studying to be to work in tourism, in hospitality, and I was sharing my experience. That I think if we never had this pause in 2020, I would never start thinking how much or how far I went with the business. So it was a good way to rethink everything in life.
Yeah, like you said, it gave you a chance to reflect, look back, and see what and then think and ponder about where to go. And it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to the next time when we're together, which will probably be next year after you survive your second Michigan winter.
Oh yes, I was very impressed by the amount of snow that we had around, but I think my husband will say that I was very good shoveling snow out of the of the driveway. I might be in Florida this year.
I see. You're already making plans to become a snowbird.
Yes. If everything goes well, hopefully I'm going to spend Christmas in Peru. And for all the public that follow me, there are many things happening and new things happening online. So just keep looking at my social media, and I'm coming with a lot of surprises.
Excellent. Well, I very much look forward to hanging out with you in the real world again. And in the meantime, just thanks for sharing a bit of your story, and just have a great week.
Thank you so much, Matt. And just reminded everybody, go to my website, to tourguideperu.com, and see all the news and subscribe to our newsletter.
Well put. And I'll make sure to link to it and all the posts. So you are set. But thanks again.
Thank you.
Good seeing you.